Hello everyone, this is me aashiq, and today I'm here to explain a Rainbow Six Siege Pro League match that was played between DamWon and Cyclops. These are APAC North teams. It's something new for the channel and for me. I have watched hours and hours of gameplay footage from Pro Leagues, but this is first time for me to break down a match. So what I have done is I have tried to summarize each round in a specific manner, and yeah, that would be the format for this. And if you are interested in such content, please put it in the comments, let me know this, and if you want you can subscribe. I'm trying my best to provide good gameplay and good game sense knowledge. Once again guys, please subscribe the channel, it really helps me, and like the video and share it with your friends. The map is theme park with the social vote falling in favor of DamWon at 59% and Cyclops at 41%. This is not a huge gap really in my opinion, and you will see this later. DamWon banned Finka and Mira. Finka because of the LMG meta and she's the only healer on the attack, and they banned Mira because obviously they are on attack and they don't want to face her. Cyclops on defend decide to ban Dokkaebi and Maestro because they don't want this intel game to be played by the attackers, and they are using Valkyrie in most of the rounds, so it makes sense for them to ban Dokkaebi. They don't want her cams to be used against themselves. Attackers' plans seem to be clear out the roamers on 2F because they know it will be a roam heavy game from Cyclops, and defenders want to challenge and get kills instead of denying the plant, which they do. Defenders managed to bring down the fight to a 3v2 in their favor, and most players in this situation would have given up, they would have thrown the game, but DamWon stick to their plan, open up the barrels wall with Hermite, and Nomad saved her jabs to assist the plant. And as the casters put it,
but can't quite click on it there, just a couple of fractions off when it came around to hitting him. This 2 versus 2 now is looking pretty dicey for the side of Cyclops. They're getting flashed out, they're running into potential air jabs, it's looking ugly. Coated finding one, can't find the next, it's a 1 versus 1. Anderson needs to go aggressive, he's not going to find the man. DamWon get the push in through barrels, get the plant down and get out of dodge.
DamWon get away with robbery, quite frankly there. Just, the Coated is able to go in a 2.
Cyclops managed to win the round 2 by the clock, as the strategy of getting kills doesn't seem to work. The Mozzie also pushes aggressively but dies to a rappelling player. Goyo places his canister on the reinforced walls. This is a good way to stop the attackers who want to bully their way inside the site after the breach. Alibi and Zofia both seem to take a fight with each other, but no one could capitalize on it. Black Ray wants to be a nuisance, he's the player on Alibi, and he wants to get kills, but he takes quite risky chances. And in the last 10 seconds, it's a 3v3 and all comes down to gunfights. Goyo manages to delay the attacker enough so that Alibi runs away and defenders win by default.
1v1 again, runs out of time. Cyclops able to lock things down using the clock as a 6th man, but it was close for them again.
Well, it was. Woogie's 3k at the end there, a little bit scary.
Third round is also similar on side of defense. They want to challenge the attackers early on, but Mozzie gets taken off by big brain gameplay. Next, Alibi tries to challenge alone but could not get any kills, but gets taken out.
You have got the answers, and you're always going to struggle to cause this team a problem on entry because they're so thorough with the droning and with the push of players like Rin and Yas going in there. The challenge over and over and over and over for Black Ray, but he just can't find his man, and Woogie Man shuts him down with a headshot. 5v3, DamWon looking.
Attackers are successful on this roam clear. They are all grouped up close and it's like a spearhead on their side. At this point, 2 of the 3 defenders are in sight to hold the push, but again the man count advantage is with the attackers, and they also have most of the utility still available for them to dump on the site. Kite gets naded, Goyo gets 1 kill, Echo gets gunned down, and finally so does Goyo.
Back in the round, but is it too little too late here? One Goyo burns, the second one coming off. This C4 could be massive if it nets onto two, but it's not going to find any. He's still tucked in. I think it got shot out in midair. Woogie with the close. 4 left alive for DamWon Kia. A clinical round in which they dealt with Cyclops at every single turn.
Pretty clean for DamWon Kia there, just able to use that man advantage that they gained 5v.
Defenders change their approach and play a bit reserved. They know that this gunfight would not be easy with this spearhead of an attack, so they avoid the fights, but it's impossible to avoid the fights for a longer time, and Zofia manages to get 2 kills with her LMG, with the LMG meta in the play.
5v4, another good start to a round for DamWon Kia as Ring comes in with a second. This time it's Gatarada, and that, I will bet, is going to give the opportunity now for...
Attackers also enjoy this easy push to the side, and they miss the flank from Dragon Stairs. This is where Cyclops as a team shines in this match. They were able to change their approach, and Aruni gets this beautiful flank on the attackers. After this, it all comes down to the last 20 seconds, and Alibi denies the plant and wins the round.
Cool, we've cleared it out, now we can push through, and it's about as simple as that. iGator in a really key position. Will anyone see him? Sees one, goes for the spray down, does get the man, and oh my god, doesn't made aware in time. Yas also falls by the wayside. Katsang getting one back. It's a 3 versus 1, make it a 2 as Black Grey starts to even it back out. Katsang and Coated, the last 2 to go with 20 seconds on the clock. We've got to see a big play coming out of Black Grey.
Katsang was getting the diffuser down, but the big play comes, Des. Black Grey's able to shut him down. That means the diffuser needs to be recovered.
No!
Coated goes for it, but shut down as Black Grey comes up massive with a 1 versus 3 clutch to keep Cyclops fighting here. That's going to see them level it up 2-2. Wow.
So in case you don't have any soft breach, you can open the hatches with your LMG with just over 130 bullets or so. It's a testament that the current LMG meta and why they are so powerful.
How many bullets does it take to open a hatch?
Tell me, Tim, did you count?
An awful lot.
I mean, he's gone to like nearly a whole mag of the LMG.
20 of them.
It's 130 bullets from Rin.
But he had an explosive charge. Okay, I mean...
we need those, Tim, just in case.
What do I know? DamWon Kia opening the hatch through unconventional means and continuing to push on through the round. 5v5, 1 minute 10 in, not really established inside of the map yet. They're going to be attacking onto Bunk and Daycare. They did so back in round 2, and Cyclops, they were able to win that one as well, so it could be an opportunity for them to take a slight lead here. Blow out the Goyo canister, so that will start burning away. 36 seconds left to go. They've got a route into sight, but DamWon...
Other than that, attackers also adapt and place a flank drone. They even manage to catch Aruni on the drone, but due to I think so the poor communication between the team, they miss to communicate it with each other, and Aruni takes the advantage. Ayana manages to survive, but the times run out. Also, the jump outs are extremely common stuff to look out on this map. It even happened on the very first round, but attackers still fall for it.
Again, suffering to the same type of jump out. This time, even worse. aashiq gets himself 2. He's outside for 10 seconds and just cannot be stopped. He's been threatening something like that throughout this game so far. I've commented a couple of times how he's playing these sneaky plays. He's sliding around the map, keeping himself mobile, and that's the exact sort of moment that he was looking for, and it puts Cyclops in the lead 3-2. Big play from aashiq to really announce himself into this game.
It's a big play that just shouldn't have happened though, Tim.
Absolutely not.
Like Coated,
it's a nomad that he's killing.
You need to be asking the question of Coated.
For a minute and a half, nothing really happens in terms of gunfights, but attackers open the hatch, they drone the area, open up the angles they will use afterwards. Defenders, having learned their lesson, don't go and challenging the attackers carelessly. and attack almost loses its spearhead approach and gets picked up one by one.
Drones, but you can't push the door when you're stunned, yes! aashiq taking full advantage of the dizziness effect that was on the man there and managing to get the entry onto Yas. Katsang manages to shut down aashiq, but not before they lose Rin as well, and it's a 4v3 for Cyclops and a lot of work ahead of DamWon Kia.
Here is held onto it for now, some more looking towards plant denial if we see the push come in from DamWon Kia.
Okay then, Anaton, he's gonna...
Echo is really the star of this round, managing to first get the intel on behalf of his team, assisting on the first kill and then picking 2 for his team. It comes down to a 1v4 but doesn't last long, and defenders of Cyclops, they lead by 4-2 in the first round.
He manages to get 1 but can't get any more. It's nothing more than a consolation as Suzuki shuts out the round, and that's going to be 4-2 on the half for Cyclops, and they are looking good right now.
Oh, you've got to be really kicking yourself again if you're DamWon Kia. There's a couple of rounds in that half that you should have won and had it sat at 4-2 to your side, but through tooth and nail, Cyclops managed to get themselves 4 rounds in the half.
In the second half, DamWon Kia and Cyclops switch the roles of attackers and defenders, but DamWon Kia are looking a bit reserved on their defense. They fall back as soon as they hear attackers pushing from the cache side. Cyclops bring an Osa and a knock for a distraction and a flank type of play, but it doesn't seem to work out ultimately. Till the last 40 seconds, all 10 players are alive and attackers manage to open up the boat's wall with Maverick and Buck, but it all comes down to a chaotic gunfight. It comes to a 1v3 for DamWon Kia, which they lose.
Here he's going to use the Buck skeleton key to get what he can, but there's not too much that leads directly into sight, or at least positions where these defenders are going to try to hold. DamWon Kia with 5 left at the minute. They're not looking bad here. 40 seconds left to go. There's players out in the wilderness that haven't been picked up and could hit with a big flank.
Oh, here we go. I mean, Black Ray finds Coated. That's the one to start things off because it's the smoke taken off the board as well. All 3 smoke canisters disappeared. Woogieman using one of those impacts to clear off one of the Selmas on that east wall. Bearing in mind, there's no thermite on side here as well, so the Maverick getting too busy on the maintenance wall and also having the ace really deny those away. You can win the round off the back of that. aashiq into a second though. DamWon Kia falling by the wayside.
Osa just pushing in deep here, looking to deploy that shield potentially, but gives up and gets taken out. 4 versus 2. Diffuser down on the ground. Could this fall apart? 1 versus 3. Woogieman's holding on. There's 3 seconds left to go. Can this be rescued? Yes. Cyclops able to find that final kill with about 1.5, 2 seconds left. It really was the nick of time. Woogieman unable to keep himself out of the line of sight. He was doing everything he could. He was dodging, ducking, diving, trying to keep out of danger. But no, Cyclops shut him down. Go 5-2, and DamWon Kia having a bit of a thrill ride, a bit of a nightmare here on Theme Park.
It is the 8th round of the match and DamWon Kia doesn't seem to be in a good place. They go for a defense on Bunk and Daycare and try to hold the cache side of the map, but the attack from the Cyclops also pushes the cafeteria. Anaton gets the first pick on the Frost, and then attackers realize they can just take control of the arcade and plant in the Daycare. More concerning is this ace, who might have just rappelled into the pantry with 0 resistance whatsoever. Defenders just fall apart at this point, and DamWon Kia gets taken out 1 by 1.
They will indeed. 2 versus 4 now. DamWon Kia looking a lot of like this abandoned theme park, Des. There's not much to go on. It's 1 versus 4. Suzuki finds Coated, and now Katsang fighting for his life, but shut down by Black Ray. And all of a sudden, Cyclops find themselves on the map point. They find themselves in a position to take the top spot in APAC North away from DamWon Kia.
Just, it looks easy. It looks like DamWon Kia are fractured and split, and for Cyclops, they're the ones getting the trade-based kills. DamWon Kia finding absolutely none.
DamWon Kia take a timeout before this round, and it does affect their gameplay. This round, attackers manage to get an early pick, and they bring a Flores to destroy utility and take out defenders from their comfort zones. DamWon Kia, making changes to their approach on defense, goes for a 2F Bunk and Daycare hold. Overall, after the early pick, no one really dies on either side till the very last 45 seconds, but attackers from Cyclops definitely got slow and they failed to open up an entry to the site of Throne and Armory. It costs them heavily as time is running out and they don't really have control of the map either. Yas on Lesion manages to catch a blind Flores, from Cyclops, and in the last 15 seconds it all again comes down to an unplanned rush at site which the attack almost pulls out, but time is with the defenders and DamWon Kia gets their first win on the defense.
To find Yas.
Or a defender amongst the diffusers, you might say, Tim. They've got to try and clear him out, but it's so hard to do that as well. You know, they're in a spot where they're assaulting back. They've got rid of it. Okay, cool. He wasn't quite watching the right angle at the right time, but might be about to walk into the fight at the top of yellow here. I thought a man was about to step round. They know roughly where he is, but they've got to start looking at sight, because what was 80 seconds is now 15. They haven't got a lot of time. Here comes Yas. Can he find the man? Yes, he can. Down goes Gadarada. That might be enough to win in the round here in the final 5 seconds.
It's got to be. Suzushi finds a kill onto Katsang, and there goes one onto Yas, but with 2 seconds left to go, surely not. Woogie Man down. It's going to tick down. It was tense and tight at the end, but DamWon Kia, they just keep clinging onto that cliff face that they find themselves hanging off at the minute, and they take us into round number 10, 6-3 now.
An extra half a second in that round, it could have been over now.
DamWon Kia definitely did discuss something important in that timeout. They choose to go to Drug and Lab, which is an unusual sight as mentioned by casters. Cyclops take advantage of the new changes in the gameplay, the attacker repick, and they decide to go for a Monty to plant. They want a Lion for the post-plant situation, they want a Flores for destruction, Nomad for holding the defenders at bay, and a Knock for a flank. But Monty does try to get the plant. The pressure on the defenders from the other side of the map and vertical angles are absent. Pulse and Smoke, they both alone manage to get the hold and eventually kill Monty. Rest of the defenders also win their individual gunfights, and the attack really gets boxed up in their own strategy.
Can Katsang do something about it? There goes the Nitro, there comes the kill. It's a little too late. Courted beats him to it. Finds his man with the Toxic Babe canister, diffuser down on the ground, and the kills keep coming for DamWon Kia. Katsang, Courted, they both get in. A little more on the action. 5v1 Black Ray. He's going to take his 15 seconds here for Cyclops to have a little chat.
I think they need it as well. Unfortunately, they put so much stock in trying to get that Monty in to go for a plant. And sure, you've got the flanks held. You managed to force them away from playing on the top side site, but they have plenty of throwable smoke canisters into a tight area. C4s to come out. The little hole off to the right-hand side that Katsang on the Pulse had control of. Just everything working against Cyclops there, and they didn't really have any way of forcing the defenders back further outside of sending the Flores in to go for the gunfights. And we all saw how that one worked out.
Cyclops also take a timeout before this round, and despite it working in the favor of DamWon Kia, it doesn't seem to work for the Cyclops. The site is bunk and daycare, but for some reason, instead of going for a traditional cash and control take, the attackers try to clear out the 1F site, which is questionable. I did not understand why they did it, but they waste so much time on it. Till the last 60 seconds, nothing worthwhile happens. Attack does not seem to have any control of the map, helpful for execute. Maverick of Alligator and Knock of Gatorado, they do have nades, but they don't seem to use them from below. I don't know why. If you understand this, please tell me in the comments. Maverick even struggles to open this barrels wall from Alligator. Maybe he's just isn't used to the gadget, but this might have just the thing that cost them the round. Cyclops lose this whole round because of just this delay. Defenders don't really get pressured from anywhere. Defenders pick the last minute 1v1s, individual 1v1s easily. The attack was just too slow and not even centered around the bomb site.
Sounds really weird to say, but they've kind of like moved with each other and just gone with the flow. Like as Cyclops have moved forward, DamWon Kia have kind of moved around them just to avoid getting into a conflict. So Cyclops have got to start picking things up here as well. We're into that last sort of 60 seconds here. We've already seen the clock catch them out a couple of times. If you don't make it work in this round, you've only got one more chance. Alligator is not having fun. Oh my word, come on.
He's trying. There you go.
No.
Is that it?
No.
He's wasting a lot of time on that. Anaton's going to waste a lot of health as he takes a lot of damage there. And there we go. Alligator gets himself inside a barrels, nade in hand. Is he going to be able to find himself a kill? Is he going to be able to make it worthwhile? All the work that he put in to try and get through there. He's looking to clear off those jammers. And that is, I think, going to be the case.
I don't know if they're after coated or if they're after the jammers.
I think they were after the jammers. I think we've just heard the Selma charges detonate, so that's going to be the jammers cleared away. Yes, there we go. At least the top one has. Courted going to find one, Katsang another. Anaton manages to trade that last one back, but 4v3, 10 seconds left to go. Aashiq
Whack-a-mole.
fighting from the stairs, trying to move through gas canisters, trying to move through gadgets. Aashiq last alive, closed down by DamWon Kia. And boy, oh boy, are they fighting back here, taking us to 12 when it looked unlikely. They were 2-6 down, Des.
Yep, 3 rounds on the bounce and 1 more away from overtime. DamWon's Kia's second performance in overtime on this map. Oh, no.
Not like that at all.
How would you say it then?
Don't worry about it.
No, do worry about it.
You don't
I'm
need
not
to
going to say it tonight if I don't hear how you say it.
Don't need to worry about your terrible impressions of me. Gonna be looking at round number 12 then. This is the last.
This is definitely a comeback from DamWon Kia from a 2-6 to a possible 6-6. It is a huge deal and they did manage to pull it. This time the attack of Cyclops also understand what they need to do and they clear the cache side. They drop from the control hatch. Knock almost catches Lesion but fails to capitalize on it. Defenders playing it cool and fall back as soon as they get pressured. Cyclops attack really needs to pick early if they want to win. Last 25 seconds push have been falling into favor of defense, which happens again. Defense wins a flawless round again.
Another 20 seconds, he can smoke out the remainder of the round. One of them is going to be detonated. We've got 2 goo mines in pocket for Yas, not in a position to get them down anywhere. Effective, but Katsang, beautiful angle from the hatch, takes down Gadarada.
Just too easy, really, isn't it? And now Cyclops are into the last 30 seconds, down a man and the nades in his back pocket. It's not looking pretty. In comes a blind swing, even where he's looking in that case. Black Raiders taken out. Looks like someone wandering around with no idea where they were. Yas gets another one across, a 5 versus 2, make it a complete and utter shutdown. It's a flawless round for DamWon Kia, and the woes deepen for Cyclops here. They'll be praying that they get to start this overtime half on the defense.
Choking not only in the Toxic Babe canister, but choking in the game as well. There's Cyclops 6-2 up. They have thrown this lead away. And
we are in the overtime now with the score being 6-6 and DamWon Kia again go to the armory and throne.
But not yet down.
Gatarada, he's gonna just be looking around the corner here.
After 2 failed attempts by Knock to drop down in the radio and catch Lesion or any other roamer by surprise, she gets her kill the 3rd time. This time the attack of Cyclops brings the duo of Lion and Jackal to make pressure on the defenders. Finally, if only they had done it earlier, they do get early picks. They are able to get the kills on roamers. Remaining defenders fall back to site in the last 60 seconds. It all comes down to a 2v2, which the attack shuts down quickly.
Around the map, Gadarada into a second. This is what happens when the knock can be effective. Finds a couple, but Woogieman balances the books. It's a 2 versus 2. 60 seconds to play with. There's still tons of time though, Tim. They're going straight towards the back of the site here as well. No diffuser on side just yet. KL line now. Suzu, she's got it in back pocket. Coated has got it all to do. He has 1 smoke left in back pocket and a hell of a lot of work to do against these last 2. Get shot out by Suzu Shi. Cyclops break the streak here. End the 4-round win streak by DamWon Kia and put themselves up to match point.
We are really in for this one now. Unfortunate for DamWon Kia there. They made a real effort to hold on to that, but ultimately Cyclops able to just grind them down at the end.
It is an overtime match point for Cyclops, and on defense they do have an advantage. But I believe DamWon Kia somehow managed to run into the throne room and get the plant at the half-minute mark. This is huge. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining and they get the plant down. What really happened was, I believe, as Goyo was having fights in the drug storage and also Alibi came to support him, defenders might have overlooked the throne site and it cost them the whole round as they simply could not retake the site and got outgunned.
Right now there's not too much movement coming in, surely not. Courted, he's having a look, he's thinking about this, he gets his kill. Is he going to pick Katsang up? This could be the daring rescue here. No, instead he steps out and gets the final kill. Right choice. As much as he wanted to pick his teammate up, he closes out the round, and that's going to be DamWon Kia taking us all the way, Des.
Unbelievable, Tim. 15 rounds to close out the final game. You love to see it. A little bit more creative.
I think we're going to see probably a bit of a smoke glass lion scan attempt at a plant here potentially. We'll see as the round progresses. Aashiq is a ways away at the minute, stayed inside a spawn and is going to be doing some work.
Finally, DamWon Kia make a comeback victory. They again go to the drug storage and lab site They know if attack of Cyclops tries to pressure them from the above or the barrel side, any other side of the map, they need to fight it with aggression. Woogieman becomes the highest fragger in this lobby with 21 kills, and as the caster puts it, be scared of Woogieman. Attackers try to create pressure from barrels east side of the map. They bring glass for the overwatch while the plant is supposed to be done in the storage. Lion held the defenders and Nomad covered the flanks. They do this all successfully. They get the plant done, but Aniton shows a beautiful use of glass twice in this whole match. They ultimately fail to capitalize on this earlier lead of 6-2. Ultimately, DamWon Kia manages to shut down all the attackers and they go for the disable of the diffuser.
Take any chip damage onto Gatorada. 4 versus 3 just after the halfway mark, and DamWon Kia are holding on fantastically well right now. They just need to cover off the angles and prevent any access into site. It looked initially like Cyclops were going to look for a push through bathroom, maybe under one of those E1D scans, but no longer possible as Suzushi was taken out first to begin with. Aniton just trying to get anything he can going from the bathroom window. Gatorada sees a man, sprays, but can't find a kill. There's potentially a nade going to come in. He knows that he's in the back there, but the Frost manages to escape. That's going to be Woogieman just keeping himself alive for a little bit longer.
Gatorada down to about 5 HP as well. Not ideal there. Nade in hand, got sprayed a couple of times. Fortunate to not be dead. Yaz was hanging upstairs freely, by the way. No one to contest him. Aniton's in. Smokes are coming out. Waits for the swing. Sees the man, but can't quite find the head. Coated down to about 40. Now finds him, and both of those smokes are offline. Aniton sees one more coming. Can't quite find him, but he was the Overwatch. Gets the double kill coming through the other side as well. Gatorada, Plant's going to get stuck, and they've managed to pull it off Tim. It's one hell of a heist, but Black Ray has got to clutch it all by himself against 3 members from DamWon Kia.
Not going to be easy here as the angles are being watched. Black Ray's having to give it some fancy footwork to try and find himself some space, but damage is raining in. He's going to be taken out. It's Yas, but ultimately Woogieman, he disables that diffuser. 21 kills, and if they weren't scared of the Woogieman before, they certainly should be now, because he has just fought DamWon Kia back into this time after time after time.
6-2 down to an 8-7 win. Again, you look at it and properly say, was it the cleanest performance or the cleanest comeback? Absolutely not. But DamWon Kia showing some real heart there to drive their way back through. Cyclops just couldn't close it out, Tim. So close.
That is exactly why. It is a perfect example of why since stage 2 last year I have been shouting about DamWon Kia and saying how fun they are to watch. They're fun. They're so entertaining.
I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I intend to make more of these videos. So if you like them, please subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends, and stay tuned for more. Take care of yourself.